Audionovelas 2.0, jiji.
In an alternate subspace, a fragment of an unknown entity was lining up to start his adventure. This little fragment is intelligent and energetic. The line continued little by little, until his turn came. Very well, next, fragment number 2214, it is your turn. Listen, before beginning I will explain how things are. Yes sir. The administrator, seeing the emotion of the fragment, has a joyful smile. Very well, fragment number 2214, listen to me carefully. This occasion is special. An acquaintance of our Lord, Roberto Martinez, has asked him if he can choose one of the planets where you will reincarnate. Depending on where you reincarnate, your destiny and actions will vary, but in the end still the same as everyone. Just have fun and bring us a good story. Understood, and thank you for this opportunity. Look at this wheel. This time he will spin this wheel and your destiny will be decided through it. Or, the spinner is spinning, which will come out, I don't know, because all parts of the spinner are with question marks. After 1 minute, the spinner stopped, and the question mark turned into some kind ring. I asked the administrator if that was a ring. The admin responds with, that's Halo, that's interesting. Well, I will explain the situation. You will enter a world without magic. In this world the technology is somewhat advanced, and try to survive as long as you can. As there is no magic or special abilities in this world, I can't give you any special ability or ability that can help you survive, but in compensation we will improve your stats a bit, such as better reaction, concentration, recovery, targeting, agility, some strength, natural intelligence and more common things. But, even if you have this little help, you will have to work to survive, and our Lord expects great things from you. The Creator will be watching me. Oops, ignore what I said and enter the portal. Your story begins now. Yes sir. When I enter the portal everything is dark, maybe I'm dead. I hear sounds of explosions and shots. I open my eyes, I was unconscious or sleeping. Apparently I received a strong blow and I am somewhat stunned. I hear a voice calling me. Recruit, recruit, wake up recruit. My head hurts a little. Sergeant Rodriguez, what's going on? Recruit, it's good that you're alive. I don't have time to explain everything to you, but they are attacking us. This is an invasion, a race called Covenant. They are attacking us. Get up and follow me. We have to save all the people we can protect. Oh, I understand, Sergeant. I'm still a bit dazed, but I'm quickly recovering. I pulled out a pistol that was given to me when I was accepted into the Spartans. And I started to follow Sergeant Rodriguez. While we ran around the city, we could see Covenant spaceships that were destroying the buildings. The citizens were in a panic. They didn't know where to run or hide. The sergeant climbs on some rubble and begins to speak in a loud voice, drawing the attention of all the residents. Everyone listen to me. I'm Sergeant Rodriguez. Right now we're under attack. Everyone follow me and call as many people around as you can. Right now we're going to the nearest refuge center. The others who can fight should protect those who can't. This kind of situation, if we lose our cool, is tragic. After that, more than 60 non-combatant citizens gathered. Among them were women and children, 23 recruits with ordinary pistols, 5 privates with pistols, and 2 corporals with M60 Magnum. The sergeant possessed MA5B assault rifle. Our city is a small city and we specialize in agriculture, so we have little defense. As we hurried along we began to hear strange noises. It was like hearing people speak, but in a shrill voice, and I don't understand the language. What appeared running towards us was an Unggoy. The Unggoy are the lowest species of the Covenant. They are small and clumsy and angry, but they are still dangerous. They have plasma pistols that can be fatal for ordinary citizens. I don't doubt it and I shoot him in the head. The sergeant orders everyone to stay focused and congratulates me. Corporal, that was a great shot. Thanks, Sergeant. I hope you keep that aim because more of them are coming now. They may be small and weak, but their species is multiplying rapidly. As Sergeant Rodriguez said, more and more shrill voices began to be heard. everyone began to shoot at the arriving Unggoy. 5, 10, 15, they came from 2 to 5 at the same time. Apparently they walk in small groups. There the shots were clumsy, but since they kept coming, 1 out of every 10 shots that managed to fire hit a citizen or, in the worst case, a corporal. Since our ammunition was limited, we couldn't waste bullets, so we had to aim well before shooting. It slowed us down a bit, but it was necessary. The weapons the Unggoy had, did dissolve when they died, so we couldn't use their weapons against them, or, one of their weapons they dropped didn't dissolve. I wonder if this is a factory defect, at all? Case is good for us. The sergeant ordered me to take it. With pleasure, Sergeant. Woohoo, I like this, but I have no idea how to use it. From what I see it has a trigger, it's like a common pistol but different. Before firing bullets it fires plasma. I now have 2 weapons, a pistol and a plasma pistol. When I was looking at the plasma pistol, the sergeant explained to me how to use it, and that I can hold the trigger to load a more powerful shot, but be careful, the plasma weapon gets hot with each shot, and if it hits over get hot, it can explode and burn your entire hand. I understand, thanks Sergeant. Then another group of Unggoy came, and I fired at them with their own weapons. After about 30 minutes we were able to reach the refuge. In total we lost 8 citizens, 15 recruits and 1 corporal. In the cases of the recruits and the corporal who died, they themselves used their own bodies to receive the plasma bullets to protect the citizens. The plasma bullets that this shoots weapon, it's a bit slow. If you're attentive you can dodge it, but if you're a bit distracted it will be hard to dodge. The pistol is faster but does less damage. It can be unethical, but we had to use our own teammates' ammo fallen. I kept using the plasma pistol in one hand to save the most ammo. Once we got to the shelter, there were 24 other citizens, 5 recruits and 1 corporal. Once inside, the sergeant called me and we had a private talk. Recruit, are you a monster or what? I was surprised, perhaps he is praising me or insulting me. With a confused look I asked Sergeant Rodriguez. Is that some kind of compliment, or is he just trying to annoy me? Ah ha ha ha, sorry, I just wanted to congratulate you. You have a great aim that even exceeds mine by far, and not only that, you also have several qualities. When the first Unggoy appeared, you were the first to react, and that includes me. In the middle of the battle you only eliminated a little more than half of all the Unggoy. I am quite surprised and terrified, that's why I told you that you were a monster. Oh, then thank you. Ugh, wah ha 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 ha, I like you, recruit, or rather, I like you, Rober. When I saw where he was looking, Rober's name was engraved on the presentation tag. I can see the attitude changing to a more formal one. But let's start with the real talk. Listen to me. I called you here, because I have a mission for you. I know you may be confused, but in terms of skill you are the best of all those in this shelter. In this shelter we have food and water for a week, but that is not it matters now. In this small town we had a total of almost 400 people living in it. Every minute that passes more and more people are dying. Have this. The general hands me some kind of identification card. With this card you will be able to enter the command center and ask for reinforcements. The command center is 1 day on foot. Luckily the command center of this city is underground. In this place we can know if they are bringing reinforcements, but we cannot ask for them. You will have a maximum of 3 days, from this day to call the reinforcements. If you do not complete this mission I will have to leave with more than half of the corporals and recruits that are protecting the refuge. Do you understand what I mean to say? Yes sir, I swear that I will fulfill this mission. I wish you luck and have this. The general is giving me some kind of rare battery and some cartridges of pistol ammunition. On the way to this place, we managed to collect 5 plasma pistols. I will give you this ammunition so you can go. I really appreciate it. If you were not in this place, it is likely that more citizens would have died and we would be with a greater loss of strength military. Now eat something and see, every minute more lives are being lost, and if you can try to help people on your way, give them some hope in these times of war. While eating something before starting my mission, I thought, what an intense beginning that I started with, at the start of a war, without magic, without skills, a single mistake can end my life. I wonder if this is what they call the hardcore mode of video games, but in the real life. The citizens thanked me before I left, and the general, as well as the other corporals and recruits, dismissed me with respect. All the spaceships that were gone except for one big one and one that is descending where I'm headed. Yeah, this is definitely hardcore mode. Before I left, the general explained some interesting things to me. He told me that if I kept the plasma pistol charging for more than 5 seconds, it would explode, that its full power shot is at 3 seconds, so he gave me some small ropes. He said that if necessary, I should tie the trigger and use the plasma pistol as if it were a grenade. He told me that the explosion was not big but it was fatal, and that I should not use the vehicles because it would attract the attention of the Unggoy that were found nearby, and he gave me a silencer. He's a good sergeant. Right now I am walking towards the command center. While I am at a fast pace and sometimes running, I use the houses to try to hide and not attract attention. Sometimes I run into people and I explain to them that they can now go to the shelter or hide and wait for help, that help will come in 2 days at the most. These words brought happiness and security to the citizens who were in panic. Knowing that help is on the way, they seem more relaxed and cooperative. On the way, I ran into some small groups of Unggoy. The group was usually 2 to 4 Unggoy. I got lucky and was able to get one plasma gun from them. I kept the weapon in my backpack. Another small group appeared. This time there are 3 Unggoy. I sneak up around a corner of the wall of a house and point the gun without being seen. Apparently they were chatting. The 2 were surprised when one of them fell into the ground out of nowhere. When they approached to see their fallen companion, I shot the other and he fell in the same way. The other, frightened, tried to run, but I quickly fired one bullet at him but I missed. I had to shoot him 3 times to hit him. When these Unggoy, they run, they shake their heads, they are weird. But now those who run, I will shoot them with the plasma pistol in the body to ensure their elimination. Some citizens had weapons, so they gave me a cartridge of bullets, but my ammunition is not infinite anyway. It's been about 5 hours and I'm a little hungry. I hide in an abandoned house. I make sure my gun is close to me while I look at the broken window. I have food for 3 days, mostly canned food. The general told me no, I prepared a fire to heat the food since smoke or light could attract Unggoy. In any case, he gave me a bottle of alcohol and a metal container where I can pour it and use its fire to heat my food a bit. While thanking inside the sergeant, I was eating canned meat with a little water. And I rested for about 30 minutes, and I continued with my walk. It's getting dark, I have to find a place to sleep. According to what they told me, the Unggoy have a better view at night. After 1 hour I managed to collect 2 more pistols and I found a family that was hiding inside a small underground shelter that was in their house. I explained the situation and gave them a weapon in exchange for letting me sleep in their shelter for this day. Luckily for me, they accepted my proposal. I explained to them how the weapon worked. The family had a girl and 3 adults, her 2 parents and the older brother who was the one who opened the door for me. Luckily I was collecting some food and water from the nearby abandoned houses. I shared something with them. They were so scared that they did not dare to go up to bring food. Apparently my presence brought them much relief. Sir, the little girl is talking to me. She's cute, she's a little scared. What do you want, little girl? Lo, the monsters will leave. Of course, right now I'm on a mission to call the other forces and scare away all the monsters that are attacking the city. Whoa, seriously? Yes, I'm sure that tomorrow I will arrive and send the request for help, so you will only have to endure a little more time in this place. Help will arrive. Okay. Ha 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 ha, what a cute little girl. I rub a little on the girl's head and she goes off with her mother happily. The lady thanks me with her eyes. I warned everyone that if they can wake me up early, there is a possibility that I could fall asleep from the long trip and I don't want that to happen. The next day I woke up around 6 in the morning, I waited a bit for the sun to rise and continued with my mission. After 2 hours, I managed to collect 2 plasma pistols and about 3 bullet cartridges. I am already close to the command center, already. I almost let my voice out in surprise, quickly covering my mouth and hiding. What I saw was a Sanghaili. He's a low-ranked one, but it's incredibly rare to find one around these places, that one has a different weapon. I don't know what it's called, but he looks dangerous. For now he's just walking around his ship. He looks strong, so it's a bad idea to try to fight him at close range. I think it's time to try the idea that the sergeant gave me. I took out a rope and watched him. Or, his ship is leaning. Maybe you will be taking a nap or you will be resting from so much walking. Most likely you are bored and have nothing to do. This is my opportunity. I wonder what it will be like. I tied the rope around the trigger of the plasma weapon and started counting. 1, 2, 3. I threw it at 3 seconds towards the feet of the lesser Sanghaili. He opens his eyes quickly and enters a combat pose, but he is confused when he sees the weapon at his feet. 4. Or, he realized that it is about to explode. 5. He jumps to the side with all his might, but he did not make it in time. What happened was a small explosion of 3 meters in diameter. This explosion swallowed the Sanghaili's feet. He is making noises of pain, but he keeps looking around. I quickly point my gun at him and start shooting at him. The Sanghaili, seeing me, tries to shoot me, but with his bad posture and pain, he shoots to the side, missing completely. I managed to eliminate him, but I was surprised. The weapon he had shot multiple plasma bullets, and these bullets were faster than pistols. If I hadn't damaged it before, right now maybe one of those bullets would have hurt me or worse. I have good reflexes, but they are untrained. I need to practice my strength and agility. Since magic doesn't work in this world, the best way is to train this body the old way. Since I didn't know if there were more Sanghaili, I kept walking stealthily. After a short time I was able to reach the command center. When I arrived I had to hide. There were more than 20 Ungoi at the doors. They were pounding on the door. They are really stupid. If they thought a little, did they realize that it would be easier to shoot the door. Luckily they are all together. This will make it easier to eliminate them. I prepare 2 plasma grenades. Once I prepare the plasma grenades, which is actually a gun tied with a rope on the trigger, in such a way that when I pull a part of the rope, this rope pull the trigger and it will stay tied. At 3 seconds I throw the 2 plasma grenades towards the Ungoi. I throw it in such a way that it does the most damage in area. With this attack I managed to eliminate 14 Ungoi. While they were still confused, I quickly shot them several times, eliminating them before they could react. After eliminating everyone I didn't manage to get a single plasma weapon. Maybe the explosion eliminated even the same weapon. It's a pity, but at least I got to my mission. After entering through the door shooting at the handle, when entering a few recruits and 4 corporals pointed their weapons at me. Wow wow woohoo, wait a minute, it's me. When the others see me, they look relaxed and lower their weapons, and the senior corporal approaches somewhat worried. He asks, "Excuse us, but we heard some explosions and we could see that one of those Ungois was shooting at the door handle." We were surprised and a little scared. We thought that an intelligent Ungoi wanted to enter, but luckily it was you. But now the important thing, what do you want in this place? I have come on a mission that Sergeant Rodriguez gave me. Or, the sergeant is alive. That's very good. I can know where Sergeant Rodriguez is. He is in the shelter that is 1 day away. Or, that's bad. We were hoping the sergeant would call for backup. We can't call for backup without a clearance card. Yes, but for that very reason I have come to this place. I have in my possession the general's card. Or, that's great, please follow me. You protect the door. The grade 1 corporal, he took me to the command center and he gave me the card of Sergeant Rodriguez, and he gave me some kind of telephone that was connected to a kind of satellite dish. Someone is talking to me through the phone. Hello, Sergeant Rodriguez, what is the emergency situation? Hi, I'm Private Rober. Sergeant Rodriguez sent me to send an emergency message. Recruit Rober, I hope this is not a joke or you will be fired. I understand. Yes sir, but we are in an emergency situation. Understood. Tell me your emergency. We are being attacked by the Covenant race, and we need reinforcements to protect the surviving citizens. Sergeant Rodriguez is currently in the shelter with more than 60 survivors. In the city we have more survivors who are hiding. EP, wait a minute, you're serious? Even for a joke this is too much. I repeat that it is not a joke. Next to me is Corporal Grade 1, he can affirm my words. If there was the Grade 1 Corporal, it was not better for him to give the information. No, he was currently protecting the command center, and as many people as possible, so he had to stay to protect the survivors. I passed the phone to Corporal Grade 1, and he spoke. After a minute he stopped talking and hung up the phone. The corporal speaks to me. They said to send reinforcements in approximately 3 hours, to resist as long as we can, and thanks for explaining the situation. If they had asked me, what was I doing, I would have been nervous while saying anything. You are smart enough to be a simple recruit, the general chose well to choose this mission for you. When all this is resolved, rest assured that you will have the honors reciprocated for your effort. Thank you, and while they're coming I'll go kill everyone I can while helping everyone I can. They gave me ammunition and 3 of the recruits accompanied me. At least now I have a team accompanying me. I give each one a plasma weapon and we begin the search for survivors. While we investigated, I was teaching them how I did to eliminate them. Sometimes we found some Unggoy, who tried to enter inhabited houses. I quickly told them who to eliminate. I eliminated 2 of the 5 that were trying to enter through the windows. My colleagues eliminated 1 each of them. After eliminating them, we saw that a man and his wife with a baby in their arms were in the house they wanted to enter. They thanked us. We warned them that reinforcements were about to arrive, but they told us that they did not feel safe and that, if we can protect them until the reinforcements arrive. I had 1 of the 3 recruits to accompany the family, and the other followed me to look for more survivors, and we managed to get 2 plasma pistols. A few minutes later, we found a group of Unggoys, but this time 1 of the Unggoys was green. All the ones we come across are blue. That group has 4 blue Unggoys and 1 green one. To avoid any problem I primed the plasma gun to explode. They remember why I explained that you shouldn't hold down the trigger of the plasma gun. Yes, you said it overheats and explodes. Yeah, look what I'm about to do. I pulled the trigger with a rope and started counting, 1, 2, 3, and I threw it towards them, 4, I heard a G8. The green one raised his hands and began to run, 5, the others tried to do the same but his reaction was slow and they died. Before the green Unggoy could turn around to see what happened, I shot him in the head. I explained to the recruits that the green Unggoy have a better reflex and reaction. Apparently they are more intelligent than the blue ones, but the recruits were looking at me with big eyes. What's up, recruit? You're not really a recruit, are you? Why do they ask? It's that he knows a lot, he's not nervous, he thinks quickly, acts fast and, above all, he has incredible reflexes. It's as if he were better than the sergeant. I saw the sergeant practice, but you hardly missed a single bullet. He. They're flattering me too much, I'm starting to feel ashamed, he. But now is not the time to chat, there are lives in danger, let's continue. Yes sir. I think, he said yes sir, this feeling is not bad at all, it's nice. After 5 minutes, we saw a group of 5 people being chased by a group of 6 blue and 2 green Unggoys. I'll take out the green ones and try to take out the blue ones from a safe place. Understood, yes sir. I go out into the street and start shooting. 1 of the green ones jumped to dodge my bullets, but the other one didn't jump in time and died. The recruits killed 1 of the blue ones each. The people hid behind a wall. The rest started shooting at me, while I ran from one side to the other dodging the bullets. I concentrated on the last green one, he couldn't even get up. To make sure he was dead, I gave him 3 shots and 1 plasma. Then the recruits eliminated 3 blue ones and I eliminated the last one. People came up and thanked them. Some women thanked us in tears. Since time is lives in these cases, I didn't waste my time and quickly asked them if they saw more people in trouble. They were somewhat surprised, but they replied that they were divided into 3 groups. The first group was them, another one stayed in a big house, and the last one was heading towards the nearest shelter. After receiving the directions, I told the recruits to escort these people to the command center. Yes sir, I will protect them. Yes, thanks, but don't trust them, take them to a safe place. Even if we have eliminated the ones that were on the way, there is a possibility that there are more, and if you see one that is green, or of another color, eliminate it first. Yes sir, thank you sir. Now go. Yes sir. Well, once they left, I searched the surroundings while heading to the 2 missing groups and collecting some food and ammo. I found 2 other families that were hiding and let them know that help is coming. They all looked more relaxed listening to me. And when I was about to arrive, to the group that was in the big house, I could see a group of people running from a group of 10 blue Unggoys with 2 green ones. The green ones were trying to shoot him while moving, but since they walk erratically, their accuracy was bad. The blue ones just ran without aiming. One of the shots grazed the leg of a person and he fell to the ground in pain. I yelled loudly to get the attention of all the Unggoys. When they stopped to look at me, I was already pointing my 2 pistols at them. Without hesitating, I fired all the bullets and eliminate all the Unggoy. The green ones tried to escape by jumping to the sides, but I kept shooting until I eliminated them. People quickly approached and thanked me for saving them. The injured person was a young woman. She was crying because the burn caused by the plasma shot hurt her. I approached her and cleaned her burn with a little alcohol and I covered it with some cloth. According to the information that I was able to obtain, they were the 3rd group that was heading towards the refuge, but they ran into a group of Unggoy. While they were escaping, they ran into another group of Unggoy and they chased them. Before there were 12 people, but 2 of them died while escaping. I think I didn't arrive on time. No, rather, I was able to save 12 of the 14 who were going to die. That makes me feel better. We approached the big house and I asked about the people who were inside. In total there were about 27 people. I informed them about the help that is about to arrive and that there is about 30 minutes left. We agreed that we would stay in this place, that I was a little tired from so much walking and fighting. I sat in a chair and took a well-deserved rest. The others were attentive looking at the windows while I rested for a while. Soon after I could hear a strange sound. The others began to celebrate happily. Apparently the sound I heard was the sound of the arrival of the reinforcements. What arrived was a big spaceship. From that big ship, small ships were leaving and landing on the ground. The big ship started to attack the big ship and destroy it. Luckily, when the big enemy ship was falling, the big allied ship, he began to shoot him with some kind of pulse bombs that changed the direction of the fall towards a safe place. They also shot him a kind of ray that slowed down the fall speed, increasing the safe distance.